This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle, and by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. Coming up today, a lot of baseball talk. First with Trenton Miners manager Tom Ritzheimer, and then Gateway Grizzlies skipper Phil Warren. Plus, as always, on a Saturday, we have the Easy and Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576 today. Well, how about 4 tickets plus 4 Trevor Richards bobbleheads for next Friday night's game at GCS? It's all courtesy of Keith Wilkin from Country Financial, and Breeze will explain more later on. But off the very, 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 very top, it's time for Scores and Stuff, which comes your way courtesy of Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. If your ride gets in a brush with another or just has a, slip up on its own, it happens. See Hoffman Auto Body. And on the H&H Computer Services guest line, we cross the muddy Mississippi, that's for sure, for Andy Newbold. Andy, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, Rip.
What's going on over there? Another Cardinals loss, huh? Not good.
Man, Cardinals are losing. The temperature's over 100. It's miserable over here.
Oh, you going to cut lawn today? To add to the woes?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they were blasted 9-1. I was at the Grizzlies game, and we were coming home and turned on KMOX, and Mike Shannon, he wasn't in a very good mood in many ways. That was for the last inning or so.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 500 team going into the All-Star break, and I guess the question the Cardinals need to ask themselves is this a more talented team than they're playing up to, or
not sure.
Is this just a bad team?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, they're 2 over. If things go wrong, they could be an even 500 at the break. Surely. Well, I don't care. I know the Reds have been playing better, but they're still not a good team, and you need to win 2 out of 3.
9-1.
And 9-1. Yeah, clown Carlos. He must have not been too bright again last night either, huh? 5 innings, 3 earned runs. I had somebody talk. Hey, only gave up, I said, 3 runs in 5 innings. You know what that is? That's probably about, a 4.75 ERA? That's lousy.
Right. That's something you expect out of your number 4 pitcher, not your number 1.
And he's been pitching a little better as of lately, but still, injury and all, you expect a lot more from him. He's just, again, he's wacko. I'm not real happy. Well, Cocky Tommy, what's the deal with him? He hit the ball last night, actually, huh? He didn't strike out 4 times?
He's batting 240. Like, I don't know how. I don't know, but that's the thing with this team. You got all these players that are so streaky. 2 months from now, like end of August, September, he'll probably bat like 280 because he batted 330 in the month of August. But
it's possible. It's either that or he's a 260 hitter. I mean, he's only had 5 good months in 30 years. You can't. Last year is meaningless. Do that 2 times. A couple of years in a row, and then so what he did last year, it cannot be expected. It could happen. I hope it does for the Cardinals' sake, but you can't, you don't put him in a Hall of Fame after 4 and 5 months.
Right. No, I agree with you 100%. The front office went into the season expecting, Tommy to be a 30-30 guy again, and, every season we go into it with these high expectations on guys that just don't have a long enough track record to be having those expectations, and then we're wondering why we're a 500 team going into the season. I don't know. Where are you at with Matheny? Are you on the Matheny bandwagon, or
he does fine. It's always the manager first, of course. And they're so used to the great TLR. I can point out tons of stuff where he got lucky for one thing and among everything else. I'm not saying he wasn't a good manager, but he wasn't one of the greatest of all time. But Matheny's, the players got to play some too, starting with Pham there. Ozuna, he's not doing I didn't think he would do what he did last year, but he's been a really good player. Boy, he looks horrible in the outfield.
That's
but too many.
Surprising.
Carp had that terrible, terrible start. But you know what? Through it all, they're only 4 games out of the wild card, and we've seen them do damage. Not that I agree with it, but that's the way it's set up. And maybe a trade, a spark, whatever can get them going, and they get in, and who knows? I mean, I really don't expect them to do much, but it's the second half of the season. Stuff happens.
Right. No, and I agree with you. Like that's why I keep on going back and forth. I look at this roster. I look at the job where they are at year to date, and I'm like, man, I think Matheny's doing the best he can with the talent he's got. But then you have these other, the other side of the fence. Everybody complaining about Mabry, the hitting. It's got to be the coaching. It's got to be me. So it's interesting to see like what other fans think of, why we're in the place that we're in right now. And I kind of agree with you. I think that Matheny's doing the best he is, the best he can with what he's got. Considering the very streaky hitting we seem to be going through.
They're not bringing Whitey back, so. I will say this: the pressure's starting to mount a little bit, but I would be shocked if they did anything for the end of the year, if they do anything then. And they could at that point if they really feel the jam, because a lot of fans are getting a little uptight over stuff. Hey, I want them to win as bad as anybody. But
right.
Let's see. Here's another thing that really bothers me. Yadier Molina, very good player, no doubt. He's in the All-Star game finally, but I'm so sick and tired of fans that can do what they want. We've all got our stuff, players we back and so forth. But I have never, ever in my life seen so much crying and whining over a big league player status than Molina. I mean, there's a portion it's incredibly protective of him. They won't accept any it's like he's a 10-year-old child. It's embarrassing as heck.
Yeah,
he's not the God with a little G that a lot of people make him out to be. He's very good, but my goodness.
I think he's the only thing on this roster that resembles like a leadership type player. So I think fans and people gravitate to that and want to protect the the symbolism of whatever kind of leadership's in that clubhouse. But yeah, I mean, last season when he did that stuff with the Instagram and coming out after Matheny, like
he's done a few shady things himself, but
yeah,
I'm not. How about that little spat? Norris and Jordan. That's kind of overblown, actually. I mean, that's what happens when you don't win. Stuff like that comes out.
It was kind of it's a very odd story. I don't even know what to make of it. Because I mean, the only thing I ask, I guess, is who leaked the story or who is the source? Like, those are the type of questions I ask, because then that tells you, I think, more of what's going on than the actual story, because it's a non-story.
I would say there's something to it, but big deal. I mean, I put something on Facebook the other day where I don't think if Jordan Hicks is that, and I like him, I love watching him pitch, but if he's that upset, if he's that fragile, he could have played on our high school team in the late 60s and early 70s with the stuff with the hazing and bullying they put us through our freshmen and sophomores. You didn't say anything to a senior, and that's no kidding. That's what it used to be in baseball, to the vets, from the roots to the vets.
That's how it was in high school when I was going up too.
Yeah.
Whether it was basketball, football, whatever. So I mean, like, you never took it personal. You knew it was all just part of the thing. So that's what's so odd about it. Like, that's why I'm like saying, is this Jordan Hicks? Because when I'm watching the Jordan Hicks interviews, kind of getting the vibe that maybe he's not the source of it, but he probably is. But if he's not, who is? And what was the point? Because that to me symbolizes like somebody's lost the locker room, or somebody that comes back on the manager if that little type of stories keep leaking out like that, and it's like, all right, this clubhouse needs to get.
But again, I think that's so. I mean, the Oakland A's used to fight. I mean, actually physically fight all the time each other. They won World Series after World Series in the 70s and so forth. I mean, when you don't win enough. That the Cubs win last night, 5-4 and 10. Did you see how they won that one? Bias scored on 2 errors. Padres, what can I say? What can I tell you?
Typical Cubs.
White Sox beat KC. Somebody had to win. They might as well have just flipped a coin for that game, actually. Let's see here. Colorado, the Dodgers, and San Fran won in interleague play. Yeah, I like this. I've always liked Matt Adams. Big lunch or big city, as most call him. He homered again last night. That's 14 home runs, 37 RBIs, and a 284 average. Not bad, eh?
That's crazy. Wow. I never would have expected that from him. Never.
I always liked him, actually, and I didn't care for the move when they traded him. But good power, left-handed bat, left-handed power bat, and so forth.
Great player. Just they had that shift. It seemed like everybody figured him out as far as pitching went, and that's why I just never thought he'd put it together. But that's a great line right there.
Who's going to get Manny Machado? The Yankees.
Yankees, Dodgers, or Phillies. I think
Phillies.
Anybody outside of those three would shock me. I was reading an article last night. The Phillies putting together a pretty aggressive trade package. I guess they want to go all in with him. They got the young guys, but
they're surprising me in Philadelphia and Atlanta.
Yeah. But you know what? It'll probably be Dodgers or Yankees. I mean, they got the payroll and the talent to trade.
I would think twice if I were the Yankees, though. I mean, they can get them for nothing at the end of the year. They don't need they need pitching. For the rest of this year, to tell you the truth. If I were Milwaukee, I would go all in if I had enough guys, because it comes around so very few years when they have a chance to win.
Right. No, I would think if anybody, it would be interesting to see what kind of package it takes to get Manny.
Right.
You know, you hear all these big names that's thrown out there, like top prospect, but usually ends up being a lot less than that. But yeah, if somebody put together the right package, Baltimore's going to ship them.
I do have one side issue with him, though. A year or two ago, he said, why would anybody come and watch a baseball game? It's boring. I'm thinking, okay, I won't pay to see you play.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a year or two ago. Chase Utley is quitting. Trevor Richards from Aviston goes today for the Marlins against. So he's had a nice little run with the Fish, a little up and down, but he's doing all right. And Andy, we're quite proud of him over here.
Oh yeah, man, he's having a great. I mean, for first year in the majors, I'd be proud of those stat lines he's got up there.
Yep, I think when his changeup is on, that's when he's really been glued in and doing well. Patrick Maroon, Oakville. Where is that from your locale in St. Louis? He's back home, and this time with the Blues for 1 year and $175 million.
That's not far at all, man. It's like
is it?
10, 15 minutes from here.
Oh, yeah? All right. Go stalk his house. Pick up his cash as it falls out of his pockets after a rough night out.
Exactly.
So the Blues got him and Ryan O'Reilly, David Prawn for a third time, Tyler Bozak and Chad Johnson. I noted something the other day where someone on Twitter said, hey, well, I've heard this from others now too, but the Blues won this summer. That's all good. I mean, where's the cup and when's the parade? I think all that really counts is what happens after the winter.
Exactly, man. You can win free agency every year and not do anything on the ice. So we'll wait to see what it looks like when the season starts.
But go Blues! Love those.
Yeah.
And guess what? Goaltending is still generally the trump card. And Allen, I don't know, but it's just like pitching. There are only so many. I mean, outstanding goalies. You usually hang on to them if you got them.
Right. Yep.
Normally, LeBron goes to the Lakers. There you go. Now you're a Lakers fan.
I mean, I was talking Schnocky. I think he's getting back into the NBA now.
He is.
The Lakers are relevant. Yeah.
Well, I haven't brought that up at our latest meeting. Oh, okay. So he's
NBA free agency is it's something else, man. Like I probably this first year I've paid attention to it in a little bit of detail, and I just kind of boggles my mind. Like I'm watching the Bulls. The Bulls are about to give 2 players 4-year, $80 million contracts that are coming off ACL tears. Yeah,
But when you only have 14, 15 players on the team, you can really spread a lot of money around. Whew.
Right. I just when I'm looking at the Bulls, I'm just like, okay, these are the type of contracts that you end up having to dump, and then you trade your second overall pick, to get rid of the contract. So it blows out their ACL the first year of the contract.
Count on it.
I know you can't predict that stuff, but I think there's some odd moves.
Wimbledon, it's the semis. Djokovic and Nadal are playing now. They're in the fifth set, tied at 7. Well, 2 sets apiece and tied at 7 in the fifth. And that match yesterday, Kevin Anderson over John Isner, it went to 26-24, the final in the fifth. 6.5 hours. Remarkable.
Holy cow. That's crazy.
And Isner's from South Africa. He played at Illinois. He was the guy 8 years ago who won the fifth set at Wimbledon in, I'm not sure if it was the semis, 70-68. That was in 11 hours over 2, maybe 3 days with the rain. Definitely two days. 70-60.
Are you kidding me?
No. They might, I don't know. They might want to institute that tiebreaker for the fifth like everybody else does.
I'm kind of like intrigued by that. I might have to try to pull this match up on YouTube and watch it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's the Joker and Nadal now, and then But Kevin Anderson, Kevin Anderson's a South African who went to Illinois. In case I said Isner there. So the leaders in golf: Michael Kim, somebody's by the name of Headwall and Henderson on the ladies' side, and Perel on the senior circuit. NASCAR is in Kentucky tonight. Anything else, Andy?
Nah, that's all I got, man.
Did you see one final thing from me? I love this stuff. Did you happen to see Travis Pastrana do his motorcycle jumps Sunday night from Vegas? 3 of them?
No, but I was reading about it earlier in that day, and it was on the History Channel, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he cleared it, right?
All 3. Yeah, all 3 of them. 1 an hour. I mean, 52 crushed cars, then 16 Greyhound buses, and then he made the jump over the fountains at Caesar's Palace where Evil crashed about 50 years ago. Evil's son, Robbie, later did that. He never got mentioned the other night. I'm not sure what was going on there, and he was even there. But it was great. There's only one Evil for showmanship and everything else, but this was pretty neat deal, man. 3 out of 3. Not bad. Yeah, check it out on YouTube.
It's funny. I was reading about it, and after it happened, I never heard anything, so I was curious, if it went down or for whatever. So I'll check that out online.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I never missed. I'm sure I did 1 or 2, but basically I saw all of Evil's jumps on Wide World of Sports back in those days. They were showing them all the time. All right, Andy, I got to push on, and but thanks for coming on this morning. We'll check in later.
All right, sounds good. Rick, thanks for having me.
See ya. Andy Newbold on scores and stuff. All of that was brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. When your car or truck needs major or minor repairs, see Hoffman Auto Body. They'll treat you right. Up next, Tom Ritzheimer. Later, Phil Warren Trivia 2. Stand by. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Tom Ritzheimer. Gunner, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me. Nice morning.
It is a nice morning, isn't it? And hopefully you'll have a good day tomorrow for some more CCL action. Your team right now is, well, all season. You've been playing well. You're still in the fast lane. You're now 7 and 9 medals. They're very good, and they showed their wares in proper fashion again.
Yeah, both guys were dialed in and throwing strikes, and there was, a minimum of hits. I think we only had 3, and I think they only had 5 or 6. So, it just is an indication. I mean, you get good pitching, you give yourself a chance to win, even in T-ball. So, if you get a good pitching performance, you always give yourself a chance to win and stay in games. And we just couldn't push anything across. We had chances, just couldn't get the job done at the plate.
But you came back to gain a share of 2 there in a 5-4 victory, and I think they out-hit you, actually, the Reds did. I'm not sure what the count was there, but you posted the victory, which is the most important item from your standpoint.
Yeah, like I tell the boys, I said, I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day. And we outlasted them. It was a good game. It was a good game, too. I mean, both pitchers, the second game, were throwing really well as well. They just, the minimum of runs.
Chad Klein, he popped a 2-run smack in that one.
Yeah, it was a timely hit for us. We had been struggling to score all day, obviously, and he hit one out in the batting cage over the left field fence, and it's 2 runs that we obviously needed because they came, they got 1 in their half of the inning and made it close again. But and we have been getting timely hits most of the year from our senior, our veteran players, which is the mark of a good team. Like I told our guys, I said, we've lost 2 1-run games, and we've won 3 or 4 1-run games, and good teams win those close games. They don't beat themselves.
Speaking of veterans, that Carlisle High softball coach, he's doing all right, isn't he? And I know he had a big sack fly. I guess that pretty much really wrapped it. That clinched it, as it turned out the other day.
Yeah, Jay Wellen's been consistent for us I've been coaching 10 years. He's been there for each one of them. So couldn't ask for a better guy, and he comes through in the clutch, and it's just good to be around the young kids and teach them the way the game should be played. I know there's some discrepancy in St. Louis now about that scenario, but Jay's good to have around, and we got some older guys that have played a few games and kind of keep these young kids in line.
Yeah, you can't do it all, huh, Gunner? I mean,
no, I got to delegate some of that authority every now and then.
Heck yes. So, your only other loss though was also a 1-0 defeat to Bartelzo, and that goes way back to that season opener. But since then, you've won 6 consecutive. Before the 1-0 setback last Sunday, but it's quite a string of games, like you say, a bunch of close games, and that those are fun though, man. You definitely don't want to get plowed, but it's not necessarily that much fun to whip up on everybody every Sunday either.
No, it's like I said, we've been in every game. Like I said, we're 7-2. We could be 9-0, and we should probably be 5-4. Who knows? The truth lies somewhere in between. But like I said, we've been fortunate to get good pitching and some good defense and some timely hitting and come out on the top end of those 1-run games.
3 teams over 500 right now. You're 7 of 9. Then it's the Bartelzo Barts at 5-3, Centralia 4-3, Becky 4-4. If the season, actually that kind of bothers me. If the season were to end today, it doesn't, does it, Tom? But you have clinched a spot. You're definitely in the postseason ranks.
I haven't even done the math, but
well, you have Aveston and Breeze with 6 losses apiece there. So they,
really?
Even if you would stumble 3 in a row, you have 5 losses. I'm just playing the odds. That sports betting's coming in, Tom. So
I understand. I understand how that works. But, like I said, it's the old cliche. You can only worry about the next one, and then we got Bartelzo at our place tomorrow. It should be a good game. I mean, it's always been a good game when we hook up. The first game of the season was, very indicative of that. I mean, a 1-run game, and they scored on a walk, 2 pass balls, and a sacrifice fly. So, it should be a good one again tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. I know the kids all know each other, and Glenn and I always talk to each other, and we always enjoy battling with those guys, and it's always a good game.
You're 2 of the guys that have been around the longest, players, managers, and everything else. So that's always a good pairing. Let's see in that season, Little Lifter there, they threw in whatever order, Peppenhorst and Schaefer, right? Little Pep.
Correct. Yeah. Who
did start that one?
Tony started.
Okay.
Tony started, and Kurt came in and relieved. But Meadows went the whole distance for us.
Did he? That's
it was pitch for pitch.
Yeah. I tell you, he had a good career up at college too, didn't he, Ryan?
Yeah, he finished on a strong note up there. Had 2 really good seasons his last 2 years, and he's just fun to be around. These kids all got a lot of energy and want to be out there every Sunday, and it's good to see. I mean, they could be doing a lot of other things on Sunday, and we appreciate the time that they spend with us and give us every effort they can for 3 or 4 hours on Sunday, and it's fun. It keeps me young, being around the young guys, and
that's why you look so young, Tom, as opposed to me.
That might be part of it.
Probably.
I don't know.
You've got that good
youth over here.
Yeah, you've got that good attitude and all that stuff. So I need some energy. I need to pick up some energy somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Well, not just this morning, all the time.
Yeah, well, you need to watch who you run around with.
I know that's pretty much has been. Go. Well, no, I've been pretty much clean. Unfortunately, I might add, but anyway, it's 7 of 9 thus far. 3 left on the docket, but it's no surprise, no shocker to anyone that you're among the best, and right now you are the very top of the lot. And I noticed I saw wherever the other day, but several. Well, when you win 7 of 9, you should have, but you have several players in the league leading categories, and that's always impressive. I tell you, Hunter Beatley out of Nashville. How about his campaign?
Yeah, he's really put a little jump in our step since he came home from college. We missed him the first 2 games, obviously, but since he's been back, he's been crushing the ball and making some timely hits for us, and just he's a lot of fun to be around. He fits right in with our guys. He played JUCO ball with Chase down at KC, and that's how he ended up with us. But he's fun to be around, and he can play. I mean, a good left-handed stick in the middle of the order.
You used to see him out at KC, right? And he's in the top 2 and home runs, and also he leads and runs bat in and score. Ritzheimer, how about that Paulie Ritzheimer? 10 runs he scored. There's some guys that just, I know you have to have somebody drive you in. There's also a knack, though, once in a while, of running the bases properly and scoring.
Yeah, it just seems every time you look out there, he's on base. Just either he's got a lot of walks and a few hits. I mean, he's not hitting the ball like he's used to hitting it, but he's on in front of the guys, and they're knocking him in. And they're just playing the game the way it's supposed to be, moving people around, getting in scoring position, and then making things happen. Well, except for the first game Sunday, we had runners on third twice and couldn't get anybody pushed across. But those things happen. So yeah, he's doing his job, getting on and letting other guys knock him in behind him. So
there will be dry runs at times, but once in a while, it seems even in the majors, you could have a guy on third and it takes a home run to score him. I mean,
yeah, it seems to be getting worse.
You have scored the most runs in the circuit and allowed the fewest. That's a recipe for success there. My goodness, the way you drew it up, Tom.
That usually ends up good for you. So
yes.
We'll hope we can keep that up.
All right, now tomorrow it's the Bartelzo Barts again. So is it Ryan Meadows on the hill?
Well, with the Wednesday night game, you got
a Wednesday coming up, huh?
Who's going to be available and when? So we're not real sure what we're going to do. It kind of depends on who can be there Wednesday. It's tough for guys to get home from work. Of course, it's a 7:30 start, but I think we'll be okay on both ends, with enough bodies and pitchers. So I don't know what we're going to serve up yet tomorrow. It kind of depends on who can be there Wednesday.
You just want to tip your hat. That's okay.
Well, I'm not going to give Big Arm any edges.
No.
He doesn't need any help.
No, he doesn't. So we'll see how that's a 1:00 first pitch there. And Wednesday at 7:30, and you'll be playing the Eagles at Beckamar, and they're definitely in the deep chase again at an even 500 right now.
Yeah, they're in the mix. We got our hands full with them the first game. Again, another 1-run game or 2. I think it ended up being 1 run, but another game that went right down to the last inning, and we came out on the top of it. But they got a good bunch of kids, and they're playing well and getting some pitching. But the top 4 teams, even top 5, if you got dropped down, Avison could surprise some people too. But you got your hands full every time you walk out there on Sunday anymore.
And the Reds have a real opportunity. I mean, they're 1 below. They played 1 less than a lot of you guys, but
right.
Actually, only 7 total. But
I think they're playing a doubleheader with Beckamar tomorrow.
Okay,
from what I heard.
All right.
So there'll be some teams catching up with makeups and rainouts and whatnot. So Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Gunner, on your plate? Anything else you want to say? What about those Cardinals?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think the Legion playoffs start today. If somebody's looking for something to do, I think they're at Aviston. And
Centralia, I believe, right? All of it is Centralia?
Is it?
I know the division's at Aviston. The district, I believe, is all at Centralia.
Maybe I'm thinking division.
Hey,
okay.
You know
Centralia?
what? You know what, Tom? They shouldn't listen to me or you. But I'm quite sure. But I'm leaning towards Centralia and then the Aviston for the division.
We've been known to lead people astray at times.
Yeah. I think we've led each other astray before.
Been known to happen.
All right. Appreciate Gunner. Thanks for coming on. You're the first to clinch, so we wanted to get you on again for a second go-around this year. And good luck. Keep sacking some victories.
Appreciate it. Thanks for all your help, guys.
See ya.
See you later.
Tom Gunner Ritzheimer, who's quite the player during his days, too. You betcha. What's coming up? Trivia. And then Phil Warren. All of that's just around the corner. Stay with us here on Talking Sports for a Saturday morning.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hey, baseball fans, I'm Trevor Richards on Talkin Sports and Max 96.7.
Hi, this is A.G. Becker. I've always tried to be a good listener. I found I learn a lot more about making Becker's a great jewelry store by listening than talking. So when other jewelry stores talk about themselves, I listen. Take engagement rings, for example. Some say, we have all the big designer brands. Others say, we design our own rings to offer you the designer look at a far lower price. So here's what Becker's offers you. Both. That's right, both. Because we believe you should have exactly what you want. You want a designer ring? We have Hearts on Fire, Art Carved, Rego, Scott K, the best in the business, just to name a few. Oh, and with our low overhead, you can buy those designer brands for a lot less at Becker's. Don't care about the name brand? Just want a lot of style for the best possible price? We've got you covered with our own designs. We can even design a completely unique ring for you. With over 600 engagement rings in stock, come see why Becker's is the place to shop. Just tell us what you want, we'll listen.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
We have returned. Rip here in the Weekly Ford studio on this Saturday morning. Just ahead, Phil Warren of the Grizz right now. Let's turn it over to trivia.
It's time for the Easy Inn Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin' Sports. Escape to paradise with Easy Inn Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201.
Yes, the time is 9:35. That time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Always very accurate. I'm within 5 minutes or so. Here are the rules. You are eligible to play unless you're someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you cannot be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or Easy End Travel. And today, courtesy of Country Financial Insurance and Keith Wilkin over at Breeze, here's what's up for grabs. 4 excellent tickets worth $48 for Trevor Richards' bobblehead night. Friday, July 20th. Next Friday, of course, at GCS in Saul J. Of course, Trevor's pitching with the Marlins now. He's throwing today, but he used to toss for those Grizzlies, so they're honoring him by handing out Trevor Richards bobbleheads. Next Friday night, if you win, you get the 4 free ticks and the 4 bobbles. Once more, courtesy of Keith Wilkin at Country Financial. And if you win, now, jot this in your memory, get there early, get to GCS early, just to make absolutely sure you get one of those collector's items. There's no guarantee. So get there. The gates open at 5:45 for the 7:05 game. next Friday. Here's the question at 594-2576, 594-2576. It's on baseball's All-Star Game. California Angels outfielder Fred Lynn was the first, he remains the only, but he was the first player to club a grand slam in the Midsummer Classic. Which pitcher did Fred Lynn blast that grand slam off of? Jesse Orozco of the Mets, Steve Rogers of the Montreal Expos. They should still be in, sorry, Montreal. Or Atlee Hammaker. Okay, who served up the grand slam to Freddie? Orozco, Rogers, or Hammaker? Buzzes at 594-2576, 594-2576.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches' apparel and officials' gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
If it has been a long time since you've been to the dentist, you need to know you're not alone. For some, past experiences make it impossible to pick up the phone and call. Others are embarrassed because it has been so long. Hi, I'm Dr. Casey Santel, a general dentist from Breeze, Illinois, who sedates patients with pills. I believe in listening to our patients and finding workable solutions to problems they have without making them feel guilty or putting them down. Please call me, Dr. Casey Santel, at Breeze Dental Care at 526-2020 to schedule an appointment where sedation dentistry is an option for you to take care of your teeth without anxiety.
Don't let great summer deals pass you by. Call Breeze Dental Care for a free orthodontic evaluation. If you or your child are in need of braces, get the great smile you want and deserve. Start your braces before school starts and save $200. Call 526-2020. That's 526-2020.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back. We're up here in the Weekman Ford studio. No winner yet. We're like in that Ulfa range. So one more time, and be patient when you call it. 594-2576. 594-2576, because Ben is busy. We're going to try and tee up Phil Warren and so forth. But here's the question for those 4 tickets to next Friday's Grizzlies game, which features a giveaway of Trevor Richards bobblehead. So it's for 4 tickets and 4 bobbles. The question, Angels outfielder Fred Lynn, he's the only player to club a grand slam in an all-star game. Who did he hit it off of? Was it Orozco, Rogers, or Hammaker? Orozco, Rogers, or Hammaker? You can give us a holler at 594-2576. And again, be a little patient. Phil Warren is coming up. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu. Find the perfect car, truck, SUV, or crossover that fits your budget at Breeze Motor Sales on Old Route 50 in Breeze. Breeze Motor Sales offering new 2018 Ford vehicles and a wide pre-owned selection too. Breeze Motor Sales has kept your vehicles in tip-top shape with genuine Ford parts for over 100 years. On Old Route 50 in Breeze and online at breezemotorsales.com. Breeze Motor Sales, your family dealer since 1913.
Reverman Chiropractic in Breeze would like to say thank you to our patients, staff, and local healthcare professionals for their continued support and cooperation as we celebrate 10 years in business. At Reverman Chiropractic, our focus is to work with you, the patient, and your other healthcare providers to deliver the best and most effective care possible. Please take advantage of our evening and weekend hours and call 526-4700 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Craig Reverman or Dr. Travis Isaac.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back for one last fling. Ripper in the Weekman Ford studio. Still no winner. They're bouncing all around obviously the correct answer. So 594-257-65, 94-25-76. Keep marching on while we hang on to the H&H Computer Services guest line for Gateway Grizzlies manager Phil Warren. Phil, welcome back.
Hey, Rip. Good morning.
I apologize. It's been a while. I haven't had you on since about 2 weeks before the season. So, but anyway, good to have you with us this morning and stuff. We've got to tap into quite a bit on the show with you, but let's begin with last night. I know you preferred a cleaner start to the second half, but the River City Rascals did beat you last evening 8-2 at GCS.
Yeah, certainly not how we wanted to start. Second half, we looked flat and not much energy on our side, and gave a few things away. And next thing you know, we're down 4 or 5 runs. So yeah, you nailed it. Not how we wanted to start.
Yeah, they circled some hits in a hurry. I don't know. It seems like maybe they had 10 after 3 innings somewhere in there, maybe after 4 innings. But they got off to a nice lead, and it's tough. It's tough to come back from that. And I'm not sure who pitched for them anymore, but he looked difficult to master.
Yeah, he was. He's one of their better guys, better starters with some experience, and he just didn't give in. We had a few chances, but we didn't capitalize. You tip your cap to him, but I still like to think we're better than a 3-run deficit to come back and put some pressure on it. But we didn't do it. So they earned it, they got it, and we got to be better tonight.
Meanwhile, Mike Elwood, who's been one of your top 2 hurlers all season. And it happens. You hate to see it, but he just didn't have it last night, did he?
No, he didn't. You're right. You saw it. There's a couple of things that stood out to me. He made that error trying to do too much on the mound. That would have probably been a double play. A couple of 2-out walks that ended up scoring, and just some poor execution with 2 strikes when he was ahead of hitters. It's hard to critique a guy that's been that good for us, and even with 12 hits that he gave up, we still had a really good chance.
I know it.
On the run side. But, if that's the worst night he has for us, we're going to be okay there.
And I believe you made 2 errors, too. I don't know if that was all behind him. Yeah. But,
we did. Santos had that kind of routine ground ball bounce up on him at first, and then we threw the ball into left field. Our second baseman was looking the wrong way.
And Santos actually made a really nice play after that. I believe maybe he gunned the guy down at home, didn't he, on a hard hit ball?
Yeah, exactly. So he picked it up, and we had, like we talked there, we had a chance that inning of all that stuff to get out of it.
That's right.
But that's the way it goes,
You'll go at him again tonight, and I know you came into that tilt with 3 wins and 5 outings, and even the 2 losses were by, I think, a run aside, so you had to be feeling a little good about the beginning of that second half. But if you turn it around tonight, and better yet tonight and tomorrow, you're still in good. There's a lot of season left. I know you're in the basement right now of the division, but still there's a ton of games to go.
Yeah, there is, and on our side of things, what I do know, because I'm with us every day, is we're getting healthier. It's starting to show in the win column. We're Some guys are playing a little better. So there's some things trending in the right way, the right direction. But at the end of the day, the reality is, plenty of time to turn our season around, if you will. But we've got to win 2 out of every 3 games.
Yeah, you've got to go streaking, don't you? I mean, you really need to put a 8 out of 10, 9 out of 11, whatever. And
right.
But where have you been shy at? Is the hitting? I know some of the averages don't seem too high when I just glanced at them, but.
Well, I mean, as a whole in the league, the hitting seems to be down on that front.
Oh, really?
It's something I talk about a lot with my coaching staff and my other peers, other managers I talk to a lot in the league. But, as far as us, I think we just haven't clicked as a team per se. I mean, out of the gate, our pitching was phenomenal. Really was, kept us in games, helped us win games. And the offense was really light. The offense came around, and the pitching started getting wore out. Or not wore out, but, just struggling, which is going to happen. So we haven't really quite been there together on both sides of the ball. And, I guess you can't really complain about it because everybody deals with it. But we've had some key injuries and a couple key guys picked up by affiliate teams. So that throws a monkey wrench, but it was nothing we couldn't overcome. But the minute we did, then we got hurt. So there's just a lot going on that
not meshing yet. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And trying to find some rhythm around here, like you said, trying to run off the streak and playing our best ball together and gaining some confidence and all that good stuff. We just haven't been able to capture that rhythm and do that. Capability-wise, we've got it. It's just a matter of doing it.
Max McNabb, is he pitching tonight by chance? It seems like he and Elwood are okay. They're the couple. They're the top 2 hurlers on the staff, most innings, most wins, and all that. So you're looking for a nice comeback game tonight from your whole team surrounding him, of course.
Yes, for sure. He's one of the left-handers, few left-handers we have. Only one in the rotation, so he's a good mix for especially River City. He matches up well with them. He's seen him a few times already and had success. So, him, Elwood, and then Casino will throw tomorrow. Those 3 guys, I mean, we're pretty strong in that rotation. If we can get this, get behind them a little bit more consistently with the bat.
And back to the plate and back to Trey Santo, he's a Venezuelan?
No, Trey is from, he's American. He's from Guam, actually.
Oh, he's from Guam. Okay. I know you have somebody from Venezuela on your team, and now I can't think of
yeah, one of our
who that is.
Alvarez, our catcher, and we've got some guys all over the place.
I know.
From all over the place, like you're saying. But Santos is a cool story. From Guam, played with the Padres, went to University of Arkansas, just a good pedigree. And I can't remember ever seeing another player from Guam, to be honest with you.
No, you don't hear it a lot. Maybe never. I don't know. But no, he's got good power stats, 11 and 34, and hits well for average too. Big guy, isn't he?
Oh yeah, big guy. Just a prototypical lefty, big guy first baseman. But he's just got that sweet swing, and I'm not sure if you know, but he won the home run derby the other day. I mean, he's what you look for, or what people think of, or we think of when you're trying to fill a spot at first base.
How many have you lost to affiliated ball then? A couple?
Yeah, we lost 2. We lost our center fielder, leadoff guy, Matt Hearn. He went to the Rockies. That was tough. Obviously, that's always tough. But
that's a good ball player. He was putting up some real nice numbers.
Yeah. He's up in the leaders and stolen bases. His defense is great. I mean, there's a reason he got picked up.
Right. And that was early in the season, so.
Yeah, it wasn't far out of the gate. And then Alec Casena, who's back with us, he got picked up by the Cardinals. He was out of commission for a few weeks. Something didn't work out with them, so he's back. But he's technically our ace. So we lost him for 3 to 4 starts, and then he collected some rust while he was down and all that. So he's finding his way again, which is really good. But So that situation was weird, but all in all, we got some guys doing well that we still may lose, so you just never know.
Yeah, and right now with, I guess, about 40-plus games to go, it's the Washington Wild Things and River City Rascals in the East and West, respectively, at 30 and 22, but teams close. Dan, again, nobody's been knocked off. I mean,
no.
Get those get some nice little search of victories going, and you can be right in the hunt. Phil Warren is with us from the Gateway Grizzlies. So how was the All-Star game itself? It was at Carshield Field in O'Fallon Mole. The game was Wednesday, correct?
That's correct.
And you had a different setup this time. I don't know who thinks of all this stuff. Some good, some whatever. I'm very traditional, I guess. But it was the experienced team against. Was it just called what was the other team called? The rookie team?
Just basically the rookie. Yeah, you nailed it. Rookie team.
And the experienced team won. Who'd thunk it?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
No, you never know what's going to. But it was. I guess they bled early, up 4-0. But the rookies came out, and the experienced team did close it off 8-3.
Yeah, they made it respectable. I'm glad it ended respectable, especially how it started, like you said. But it's. I don't know. I'm with you on the traditional end of baseball. I commend our league for trying to change.
Exactly.
Not necessarily change, but do new things to see if it enhances the experience of our All-Star game. That's the way I look at it. And they tried that. We'll see where it goes from here. But what it does do is it gives some of those younger guys a little bit more exposure on a unique platform for the scouts and everything else. So. There's definitely a thought process behind it, and so we'll see if that was beneficial to them. But at the end of the day, you always fight with the fact if you do that, some guys don't inherently make the team that maybe deserve to statistically, and so it's never easy. You know that, Rip.
No, nothing. Derek Lovelace out of Normal. I suppose you've had some dealings with him, huh? He was the MVP. He shattered a pretty good game there. A couple homers, 5 ribbies.
Yeah, he certainly did well for himself. For sure.
Have you had some trouble with him, or are you getting him out on a consistent?
No,
okay.
Actually, we've handled him pretty well. Other guy in there on one of his teammates, Chris Ariart, I think's how you say it. Ariart, he had a home run as well. That's the guy that's given us the trouble. I think he leads the league in home runs, but so he gives everybody trouble. But Loveless, a good ball player. He started really hot and then kind of hit a skid, if you will, but it seems like he's coming out of it. And hopefully we don't see him for a while.
You had 2 players on the squad?
4 total. 2
4
on
total?
the rookie team. Yeah, 2 on the experience.
Okay. So you did have 4. So anybody stand out a bit or have get some opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, they all did well. McNabb got hit a little bit. One of the home runs Lovelace hit was off McNabb. It was a slider. He hit it opposite field, so you got a little running joke with
he can
McNabb.
knock him down the next time he sees him.
Yeah, exactly. We give McNabb some trouble in a good way. Right? You're the only one that knows how to get him out, and you didn't get him out. What are you doing out there? But, so, no, the boys did well. They showed well. Casena threw a scoreless inning. His stuff was there. Artie had a hit. Trey had a hit. So, they did their thing. Yeah, for sure.
There was also, besides the Home Run Derby, Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and one of your former guys went in. Is that correct, Tony? Tony Funderburg?
Yeah, Tony went in. It was awesome. I mean, Tony represented the Krispy Kreme baseball's best burger that actually went in. I don't want to say it was Tony that went in, but
okay.
So it was titled this. Every year the league inducts a significant moment that happened in the league to put, help keep us in the map, give us more exposure as a league, whatever, something along those lines. Which obviously, we've talked in the past. The burger has reached everywhere on earth, just about.
And I'm ashamed to say I haven't had it yet, Phil. So, hey, it's back to that traditional stuff for me again.
Yeah,
beer and a regular hamburger, hot dog.
That's all right. Hey, we got that too.
You certainly do. A lot of, as I found it, thanks to you, I had some tickets through you last night, and once again, it's always a great experience going over there.
Yeah, they do a good job. We do a good job. Wins and losses aside, we do the same thing every night with a little twist,
right?
And a little different twist, and it's like we prepare for and tell all the staff members. This isn't a baseball game. It's you're putting on an event, and they do a good job.
You're right. So let's see. Trey Santos, he whipped up on Rick Ankiel, Langford, hard-hitting Mark Whitten, and Kerry Robinson to become that home run champ Tuesday.
Yeah, he did.
Hard-hitting Mark Whitten. What a game. Oh, what a 4 homers, 12 RBIs, I guess it was. Oh, my goodness.
Geez. I'd like to hang my hat on that one. That's pretty nice.
How's Whitten looking these days? Is he rather big? Is he in shape? I mean, I know Langford is.
Yeah, Langford definitely is. Geez. Whitten the same way. I mean, as time goes on, some guys are prone to bellies being more dominant in their lives. Happens. But they all looked great. You could tell a couple of them put on a little weight, but I mean, outside of that, I mean, they looked like athletes. They looked strong. They knew what they were doing. And a couple of swings. I mean, swinging a bat's completely different than being in shape. And, you could tell they were all rusty, but there was a couple swings mixed in of both of theirs or all of theirs that you're like, oh, that's the difference right there, that guy.
And I was always a Langford fan, actually. I mean, he made me mad a time or two, but overall, what an athlete. Oh, brought that football mentality. And didn't want to be the catcher when he was coming head of steam in the play, I tell you. Him and Brian Jordan, watching them taught many a guys my age how to play the game the right way. Right. Hey, we just and our winner on trivia is Tony Rockers from Trenton, and Phil, his son Aaron played in the major leagues with Baltimore a little bit with Tech. Okay, so so Tony wins trivia this morning. You know what he won? What he wins? He gets 4 tickets to next Friday night's game for Trevor Richards' bobblehead night. That's sweet. And there is a crew of people coming over from this area.
Heck
you're going to be loaded. Yeah.
Good.
So Tony gets Trev,
that. I got a text from Trevor the other day. He's like, "Hey, you think you can put some of those bobbleheads aside?" I said, "Probably not, man. There's too many people that want them." I'm trying to sneak one out somewhere too, but if Keith Wilkin from Country Financial is still listening, so hey, but that's good. And Trevor continues to be a good story. I know you're very proud of him, as you are of others. Though, but Trevor's the main item for our content over this way, and he pitches again today. Yes, I mean it's fun watching him on the big league platform now, because as much as he's our guy and our area's guy, he's not anymore. He's the Marlins guy, and they're doing different things. They're doing different things with him. I think it was his last outing, he walked 7 a bunch of guys. That's unusual for him. Right. So you can tell, it's for me when I watch him pitch, I want the result he wants, and we all want, but it's interesting and fun to watch. When he walks 7 guys, he's out there trying to make an adjustment that's been recommended by his coaching. Hope he has a good outing today, because I want to see him carry him back a little bit. But Rip, I tell you, he dominates everywhere else right now. He doesn't belong in the minor leagues anymore, which is good for him. And I think he'll have some growing pains still, but I think he's going to keep getting his chances, and that bodes well for him. Not a lot of guys can say that. You got it. Hey, we got a slide here real quick, but I noticed Ken Obergefell was absent last night. Was he out having a good time? But Zach Borowiak, Nashville's own, was in the dugout. I suppose is his replacement for last night. He's no second stringer, but it's good to see Zach there, though. Yeah, no doubt. He's a starter, but where was Obi, though? Did he ask for a day off? Our coaching staff commitments have kind of been restructured. Okay. Obi's got some things pop up where he's still with us, and he'll be here Sunday, but he can't. He had some things pop up in his life that he can't commit fully like he was, and Zach's come in to kind of take over that role, and Obi and Darren Kinsoving are kind of our, in-town weekend, midweek guys that are sporadic. There sporadically a little bit more. That's a good core, though, that you have. And Obi was a great interview last year. Wow. Especially, it was so much fun on my side when I told him we knocked him out of the postseason when he was with Belleville area. For sure. He had a good time with it. He got a good chuckle out of that. But yes. All right. Hey, can you stay on the line just for a little bit, Phil?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, hang in there. We'll be right back to you. Thanks to Phil Warren and also to Tom Gunner, Ritzheimer, Andy Newbold, too, on scores and stuff. And yes, Tony Rockers from Trenton wins trivia. He goes for the 4 bobbles and 4 excellent tickets next Friday night at GCS. Trevor Richards Bobblehead Night. And I think that's pretty much a wrap. Wednesday, one of our guests will be Ray Calling he's the new Westland Warriors football coach. We'll see you then between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 Wcxo.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.